waswasa, who whispers into the hearts of men, withdraws after whispering, and then when the guy mess up his life, he think he did it himself because the shaitan backed up. He ain't around. I ain't said nothing. Don't blame me. And the guy, he blames himself. I'm depressed. My business went bad. I ruined my life. And he's mad at himself instead of shaitan. He actually blames himself. Okay. Now, boss man today, he made it easy to become a victim of shaitan. Of course, he wasn't the devil, but he sure practiced devilishment, right? On a perpetual basis. We want to fix the world. We don't want to bother with him. If he wants to help, he can study the things that we need, and he can help from the background till he learns how to help. Right? He can raise millions of people overnight. So if we're doing this thing with churches and mosques and synagogues, right? He can send a little help. He can organize his people over there. He can even call preachers that's on his payroll and tell them, cooperate with this man and this. I don't want to know nothing about it. In fact, I don't want to know nothing about it. But he can do that if you want to help. But don't come down to the office talking about, I want y'all to do this, I want y'all to do that, because he's not qualified to do that. And he has not learned how to do good yet. He has to learn. Actually, we have to teach him how to do good, and we have to teach him that there's people in the world you can trust. Because they're not going to violate whatever they said they're going to do. That's what they're doing. They're not doing nothing else. But we got to teach them that. They don't believe it's possible. What? I don't believe no nigga going. After the way Adam been doing these niggas, right? He don't believe it. The biggest shock you get from the white folks in South Africa is that Mandela stuck with what he was talking about. And then he went a step further. He said, don't take the white folks stuff from them. You remember that team? They got a team to play rugby. I don't know if you ever saw that movie, Invictus. He really said, when they was in jail, they was all on anybody's side except theirs. The Springboks, that's what they call it, right? They never cheered for the Spring because they was all Boers, right? They never cheered for them. But now he's telling everybody, you cheer for these people. Why? Because they got stuff, if you take those little things from them, right? You'll be forever trying to outwit them on meanness. And they better with you at meanness, right? And they're still, at that time, they're still in the police. They're still in the army. They're still in other places. So they want to have a rebel flag at the doggone auto running around. Let them have it. It's ridiculous to take that ain't nothing gonna help nobody. And half of them, it's a part of their culture. It's not, I hate niggas, so I'm gonna show this rebel flag. I bet you half them Peckerwoods down there got Negro girlfriends on the side. Yeah, and Negro boyfriends, some of the girls, they out there too. You know what I mean? This is not Jeff Davis Dixie. This is the 2020 Dixie, right? And you see the white lady down in Virginia, they run over and everything. All them people, that's the new generation, right? So if them people want to run around with a rebel flag, let them have it. It's just an old flag, it don't mean nothing, right? And if they want to have old Jeff Davis, Jeb Stewart, they're going to change the high school's name. They're right across from Jeb. Jeff Stewart was a good old general. He killed a lot of Yankees. But, I mean, he fought to keep people in slavery. That's what they fought for. You want to get a new history that writes that out of history? Like we for black history, right? We mad because they wrote us out of history. So now what are we going to do? Write them out of history? So pretty soon, you mentioned Jeff Stewart in 2 generations. Well, Jeff Stewart was a Confederate general and he was for slavery. You go long enough to Robert E. Lee, who was that? Right? Oh, Lee Highway. Lee was that a Korean or something? You know, they got that. Who was that named after? Right? I'm telling you, leave them people alone. That ain't gonna. And Aunt Jemima, look, I'm pro Aunt Jemima. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care whether she represented a mammy or a hammy. I like Amos and Andy too. But just like what the Negro said, he was real progressive black. He said, yeah, well, they took those old programs off TV. He said, I ran home every day to see them, Amos and Andy there. And I use Amos and Andy. Half the stuff I use out of the old foolish stuff on the white man. I use it, half of it comes from Kingfish now. Because they can't recognize it, right? They can't see it. But if I was an angry Negro, they could see that. I'm an angry Negro. You know, ain't gonna do nothing, but I'm angry. I'm telling you. We got Angel Mama stuff down there, right? Now we gotta have a program to bring Angel Mama back. We want the syrup, we want all the stuff back. I mean, you know, put another name on it. And Negroes can't cook no rice unless it's Uncle Ben's. They can't cook. Right? They can cook parabol rice and Uncle Ben's. Because it's already in the package, you pour it in the thing. Otherwise, you're going to have that gooey, you know, Negro rice. All that over, you put a spoon and flop it in it. Not like the rice we have. Right? Basmati rice. No, it's that old rice that's all sticky. And you could paste stuff up with it. It's so sticky. They want to get rid of Uncle Ben and poor Angel Mama. That ain't no way to do it to nobody. You know, then they gonna say, well, you want Aunt Jemima back? Yes, I want her back. I ain't gonna say it on TV where nobody can hear it, but I'd soon have her back. Because the Negroes wouldn't understand. She was a picture of servitude. Aunt Jemima. White folks put a camel on a package if it'll sell. Right?
A camel?
A camel. I mean, I'm saying white folks will put anything on a package as long as it'll sell.
Yeah, they did.
They did put the camel on the sale. I'm saying they do it.
Right.
It don't make no difference to them.
Right.
Advertisement is advertisement. Listen, man, if you buy this, you know, and then Aunt Jemima don't look as bad, don't look like the real Aunt. When I was young, they had probably the second or third, that's probably the third Aunt Jemima. That child still looked like Aunt Jemima. You know, this lady now looks like our cousin or somebody. Right? Tell the truth. They don't have her hair straightened. I think she got her hair fixed. Right. Anyway, let's get back to what I want to say today before closing. We have to teach lessons to the people on how to make the system behave as desired. We have that skill. We've been doing it all the time. Not only we did it yesterday, the day before, all that. We do all the stuff. The system behaves more according to our desire than our behavior is in accord with their desire. That's why we delay so much. That's why it's time for, okay, we delayed for 50 million years. Now we got to solve these problems because time is getting short. It's now, the clock is ticking. Not our clock is ticking, but the doggone 100 degrees in Siberia is clicking, right? All of those, you know, it ain't no fire under us, but you go another few years, all the water will, up here, it don't make no difference. You put up a little water break or something. But the islands down, they're flooding. Those islands, they built roads right near the beach, they already flooded out. They gotta build a road way up there. Some islands have disappeared. Some islands, you can still see them from the water, 1 foot below the waves, right? All over the world, all over down there. Okay, so anyway, lessons on how to make the system behave as desired. That's what we're out to teach the people. But this is not bad. The system is not going to like everything we're doing, but it's for the global benefit. They're going to have to outgrow their servitude to the big companies, you know. See, they have to begin, and we have to begin to show them their place in the world. Their place is to maintain the system so that those people can steal all the money. That's all their job is. To keep us quiet so they can steal or pick all our pockets over and over and over again. Okay, we have to teach them that. And I believe that we're getting a lot of aid. All the stuff that's happening now in the media, this is the wind behind our back. We just have to use it correctly. We have to help the system calm down and relax. It's out of its, not only behavior pattern, but it's out of its comfort zone. It don't know how to act when it's losing power, and it's clearly losing power. Okay? You could work one job before, now you gotta work 2 or 3 or whatever you work, right? Okay, we gotta help them with all of that. We gotta help. It's up to us to start the ball rolling for independence. Pull people away from the government. They're gonna think it's bad. It's not bad, it's good. Because the thing that makes people feel bad is that they depend on the government for everything, right? They would feel better if everything is community mobilized, right? If you can walk right up to your church and get what help you need, right? It's better. You feel better, and the church is doing their job. Okay, so it ain't hurting nobody, it's helping everybody. Why is that? Because in a short period of time, we're gonna need people who are able to develop institutions that are independent of the government. The less government, the better, right? The less government, the better. The more the community handles its own affairs, the better. If you need to borrow money, or if somebody owns your house, it's the bank right down the street. You can go in there and say, hey man, I ain't gonna be able to pay y'all for a year. Can y'all give me a year breather? The company over in Ooga Booga land that owns all of this, what? That's not, we don't do that. They'd rather lose money by foreclosing. They foreclose on the house, people steal all the copper, the house runs down, right? And they have to pay people that could have got $200,000-300,000 for it. They have to put that much back into the house to get it back up to sale after the house is empty for 6 months. They don't, okay, we gotta help the people. No, we gotta, this is a, look, I'm not saying everybody's crazy, but the government has a crazy streak, and it's immature. Remember, like the white folks in Britain had a big balloon that looked like Donald Trump with a big diaper on and a baby pen. That's him. If he don't get his way, he throws a tantrum. Lays on the floor kicking and screaming all the time. He's a big baby. Okay? He couldn't get away with it unless some of those characteristics were present in the society. We got to help those people. And the rejected stone is a lot of time the one that's they use as a cornerstone for the new building. So we've been rejected. We're rejected right here by everybody. I heard, what's the name on today on Press TV? He was a good brother. He was a foreign brother, you know, giving a good talk. I know him very well. And he was talking, mashallah, da, 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 on Press TV. Press TV, no, he didn't belong on that. They had Zayd on before. They got all of them. I even think I saw the Brooklyn Imam on there. So y'all got to stop that. But that's what I would say then. I don't say that now. We got to help all those people. They all going in a strange direction. Okay. Lesson on how to citywide, nationwide, worldwide. If we look right here, we can see all the things that's been happening the last 2 days. There's a citywide focus on us. We know the police, we know all the people in this city is focused on us. But they're just the frontline focus. We know the government, like the man said, at customs over there. Everything that comes with you comes from D-Top. I said, D-Top is D-Top. Finish. That was years ago. So it's nationwide, technically it's worldwide. When Dr. Kaleem Siddiqui said what he said about me at that program, everybody changed. Muhammad Al-Asi started acting funny, and all the big shots in South Africa started acting funny. I said all he said was, I had forgotten technically what he said until you know what I mean. Maybe I walked out of the auditorium, I spoke before him, maybe I walked out and went somewhere, then came right back in. But I didn't remember what he said about me. Else I'd been walking around tipping my hat, shaking hands with everybody to hear what he just said about the brother, good God Almighty. The essence of everything that is good. That's what he said, didn't he? He said that. He's the chief. He said it all. He picked up on something. He picked up on something, and they all picked up on it too. You know what I mean? So they start acting funny. Okay, we have to have really good strategy to bring the people around that need it. Since we can't whoop them all, we got to bring them, right? Right? No, all the Negroes, we got to make it comfortable for them, the Negro Muslims. We got to make it comfortable for the Negro Muslims, the immigrant Muslims. We got to do that, although we're the ones sitting on the outside, right? We got to make them comfortable to feel, oh, it's okay. The job of making the world a good place is not an easy job, or else everybody would ask for it. The job we have here, I haven't seen nobody in the line for this job. There's no, long lines around the corner for the head man at CBS, they line around the corner. Ain't nobody, have you seen it? Ain't nobody standing in this line with a resume. I want to be the #1 target in the United States of America and evidently all over the world. Okay. Ability to predict the future within nothing. Can you believe what you're seeing? Okay, we can believe it. We'll talk about it later. Unconscious compliance. They're doing it. They're complying with what we want, but it's unconscious compliance. We talk about triple reverse, beyond double reverse. Make the system carry their ball to where you want them to carry it. We're already doing that, in a way. You know a double reverse, you run around this way, you give them the ball, and you run around that. Well, this may be a quadruple reverse we've been doing. No, we've been, and then we keep going back, and all of a sudden, there it goes right over there, and then, boop, all the time. Yeah, you have to take a risk. This used to be a risky business. It's not a risk anymore. This is fun. This is not a risk. And all we got to do is get to a few more people, because they're instructing the people. Do you notice down there, all them men in white shirts on and all that? And do you notice the police was not paying attention to us at all? Is that possible? Is that likely? And we're making all that noise. They was instructed, don't do nothing to them. We got this covered. When they drew the line back, they drew them right back to where we were. Exactly, you could reach out and touch the police, and got all of them there. Why? So they can remember this guy. Remember this guy. Now, we hope their intention to remember him is good. But they're going to remember, because I done told them this is how you get in contact with me, with my shadows on Bennett Road. They got to do, type it in, right? They're going to lie, but they'll be able to figure, okay, now I see why he's there, right? No problem. Everything they have done is systematic. And ain't nobody there putting it on. If they gonna bring down General Jackson, whatever his name is, a statue, they wait till that night. Ain't nobody there when we're there, right? Then you go watch TV, they all there.